What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at second in form Haland. He is at this moment in time 415k on the PlayStation, 550 on the Xbox. His inform, his first inform, which was I think very early on, is only 133 on the PlayStation and 129 on the Xbox. And our fun fact for this video is, well, I say it's a fun fact, it's a fact of him. He is the quickest person in the Champions League to score 15 goals. He is absolutely on fire, honestly. In every match, competition, probably even training, he is scoring so many goals, it's unreal. And honestly, if he carries on like this, we're going to see a very, very good rated Haland by the end of this year. So hopefully we do continue. Obviously, it is his second in form already. 550 on the Xbox personally is what I'm looking at. It is going to drop. Obviously it will drop. It's because it's just out. We've got no rewards, got very little packs, and we also have Black Friday coming up. More than likely, if they do a best of team of the week, he will be already in the current team of the week, but I would imagine he would have been in there as well. He is kind of like the new kid on the block and is absolutely taking form right now, and Dortmund has just made him flourish. It's absolutely amazing to see him do so well. The question is he worth it? Is he worth the coins? Is he worth the grind? And potentially, is he worth the team change? Because obviously, if you are looking at Haland, you've either got to have a BVB player. There is Witsel. There's plenty of links that will go on in the end of the video, but there is plenty of links. But the question is he worth changing who you want? Because really, Odegaard is the only same nation player that you'd actually want to link him with. And I personally don't think Odegaard's, as of yet, a FUT Champs player. But the question of the day is, bar from Ronaldo, who do you want in your red picks tomorrow? Let me know down below, and whilst you're there, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So Haland is 6'4", 3-star. He is obviously left-footed from the first video, and he has got a high work rate. And the one thing that's kind of weird, I was looking on Futbin, his body type is unique. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's lean, tall, stocky, all in one. I don't know what they classify unique as. It's personally the first person I've seen them say that, so it's a very interesting one. If you do know the kind of answer to that, let me know down below. But in terms of obviously his strengths on this card, what I've been trying to do is go through them and see what is kind of like what makes this card. Personally, for me, strengths are very simple. He's got a bit of pace. It's not amazing, like he's not absolutely rapid at 6'4", but he's quick, like he's quicker than usual. Finishing is an absolute delight. Genuinely love his finesse shots, love all of his tricks and his traits on that. He doesn't have any traits, funny talking about that, but in terms of his finishing, it's absolutely wonderful. And then his strength, his body size, his 6'4", 94 strength. He is a big boy in front of that goal, and it means he can hold off a lot more. There's more than one occasion where I've seen him just holding that left trigger, or I'm holding the left trigger, and he's absolutely shielding the ball like it's everything to him, and he's very good at that. Weakness wise though, 3-star has to be in there, really. It just has to be. As a striker that's going to cost you probably almost half a mil at this moment in time, more than likely will drop considerably, but at this moment in time, I'm looking at him half a mil for a 3-star striker. For me, it's not good enough. I really want more than that, in my opinion. Agility and balance is another one, 79 and 71. It's pretty expected from a 6'4" player, and I think even if they were both 85 plus, it's all about his animations, and I think dribbling wise, he's not quite there. I feel like his animations are a little bit slower than normal. Being tall, I can expect it. I'm not expecting him to turn like the fastest player going, but I always like a little bit more of a quicker player on the dribble. It means that you can get around defenders quicker. The left stick dribble is your absolute best friend when you've got someone who can do that, and I think Haland, for me, I don't know if it's animation wise or is it just that the stats low, he's just not quite it for me in terms of taking people on easily. Like, you probably could with a few little roulettes, a little bit of a step over, but in terms of like left stick dribbling, really kind of like getting around players that are very good at the game, he is going to not necessarily always struggle, but he will have a hard time most of the time, especially if you're coming up against like the likes of Gomez, Varane, Virgil, who are very good, very strong, and always in your face. So if we do go into some gameplay with him then, the one thing I was surprised at, he didn't score as many goals as I thought. I was coming up against players who not necessarily are like insane at the game. I'm not Division 1, but They weren't awful. They definitely knew how to defend. It was interesting bringing back Haland after his first in form and really trying to test him out again. It seems like he has kind of not necessarily stumbled off the meta, but isn't quite there anymore. I personally would prefer Werner, and I think that is a smart option, which a lot of people will take. Haland is a very good player and obviously has a lot of things going for him in real life. FIFA wise, he's good, but I wouldn't say, like I said, I wouldn't say he's my foot champs. I'm gonna literally pour blood into this card to get him. He's not that good for me. I personally would prefer Werner. We've seen him hit the crossbar, we've seen him turn, we've seen him pass, and all-round game is nice. A little bit slower than most strikers. I feel like Werner for me has been absolutely tip-top shape, and I really wouldn't kind of like miss out on having him in the team over a Haland like this, and especially the price difference. We will have a look at obviously the same position, and we will have a look at Werner as well, just because I think personally he's one of the best strikers you can get for the price at the moment, especially even his gold. I don't even use his inform at the moment. I'm just using a gold Werner and he's absolutely smashing it for me. So personally, I'd rather go with someone like that. And like I say, his pace is nice and high, but he's not amazingly quick. Don't kind of judge him and think, oh, he's got 84, 87 pace, whatever it is. He's going to be absolutely rapid. He's quick, and yeah, he is quick, but he's not that quick. He's not a Sterling. He's not a Rashford type of quick, because obviously he is a tall player. So that's always something you got to consider. I think shooting-wise is very nice, especially the assist play. You can see here, managing to win fouls and get penalties. You can't argue with that. I think that's the best thing about him. He's always good at kind of like getting in behind and proving his strength really. So as you can see with it, oh, it's gone up to 540 now, or down from 540 in fact. He was 550, 450 in PlayStation. In terms of chemistry styles then, Engine is looking the most probable. It does make him into an 88 striker, and yes, you get the nice well-rounded striker then. Obviously gets a bit more defending with dribbling, which is always nice. A little bit more on the passing, doesn't get anything on the shooting, which I already like. I don't personally think it needs a huge increase. People are, other than that, using a Hunter. I think that is a very nice one as well, but it depends on if you count the agility and balance as a major flaw in the card. If you do, an Engine will definitely sort your problems out. In terms of voting, we've had 63, and Engine is the clear winner with 71%. So I think Engine does make a lot of sense. I feel like that is perfect. Hunter would be your out and out striker. I don't care about any other stat. I'm just going to try and score goals with him. For me, Engine is the well balanced. It kind of makes sense in terms of a logical sense, and I think that for me would be the best one to go with. So in terms of club links then, Sancho, a cracking player. Obviously we are waiting for an inform from him or a special card. I can see him getting a non-performance based if he doesn't get an inform soon. Royce obviously getting a rule breaker. Hummels, unless you put Haaland CDM, is not going to make too much of an effect. Witzel was a SBC, so if you have got him, obviously again a nice strong link there. We also have Guerrero. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Left back. Wouldn't really go for left back in him, but if you wanted to change it to left mid, again, nice little link there. And then bar from that, we've got a few decent specials. And honestly, Dortmund are already looking pretty nice with the specials. We've got three centre backs, Akanji, Delaney, and Hummels. We then have a left back, a striker, a cam, and a centre mid. Absolutely fine by me to have a look at some of them links, and really could make a good team or a good special team by the end of this. Looking at other players in the league then, Lewandowski, always a nice choice. We have got him down as the kind of next or similar players because he's quite a big player too. Doesn't necessarily have the same pace, but has that shooting ability, has that kind of nice little tall man's dribbling, and overall just a nice card to play with, to be honest. I do like Lewandowski. Kimmich is another great one. Inform is brilliant. Douglas Costa, again, rule breaker is very nice. Wouldn't really go for the cost of him, to be honest. Muller's a relatively cheap one. Wouldn't see too many of him. And then other than that, I like Forsberg. I did link him with him actually. So a very nice cam there if you did want to use him. So if we do have a look then at the generations of this card, he is only 20 years old, which is just incredible to see how much he has flourished from FIFA 18 not getting one special card as a bronze 58 striker. He moves up the ranks. He thinks, you know what, let's make a little bit about me. He goes into a silver, manages to change his team into I don't know, I can't remember what they're called. Red Bull, Slausberg, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, Slausberg, and then he gets picked up by Dortmund. Obviously, Man U had the race for him, Dortmund obviously won, and I think it was the right call for him. And just look at what he did in FIFA 20. He managed to go from getting two informs and a team of the group stage knockout, man of the match, to an inform for Dortmund, a man of the match for Dortmund, player of the month for Bundesliga, another team of the week, a future star, and a big boy team of the season. This card is very, very exciting to have a look at, and hopefully we can continue already getting this run, second in form in literally 9 weeks. I cannot wait to see what this guy looks like by the end of FIFA, and definitely he will be getting himself a team of the season. I don't think he will take his foot off the gas pedal, and hopefully we don't see an injury from him or anything like that, because honestly he will be absolutely on fire if he continues. But in terms of overall, FIFA's a different place. Obviously in real life is very, very different. A tall player who's relatively fast, has a nice shot, doesn't always translate animation wise, doesn't always translate with stat wise. We see Muller, who is a phenomenal player for Bayern Munich, but in FIFA I don't think people have touched him in years. Honestly, he is not the meta FIFA player. Haaland is very similar, but I think you can get around the fact that because he's going up the rating and really has them stats already going up high, I think it won't be long before he is considered meta just because he's raised them by having so many specials. I feel like maybe 2 more informs, and I think this card will be next level 10 out of 10 in my opinion personally. I like the card. I don't think it's going to change my FUT Champs team, but I'll happily take him in a Reds. I would never complain at that. So overall I've given him an 8.5. I feel like he's a good player. He's got lots of nice links. Obviously Dortmund is a very nice team to get into special, and hopefully by the end of it they will have a full 11. Very much like Bayern Munich, they are absolutely crushing it in terms of FIFA special cards. But overall, like I say, 8.5. Make sure you like down below, and if you want to subscribe as well, that would always be appreciated. Hopefully you have enjoyed all of the content and all of the information, which is a little bit more, not necessarily even condensed because I feel like they're getting longer, but less waffle basically. But hopefully you enjoyed, and subscribe for the next one. Peace.